What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video. Again, I gotta stop talking into OBS, like looking into OBS. Right now, I'm looking into OBS, looking at myself, making sure everything's working right. I need to start looking up at the camera, you guys right there. See, I did it again. I got making sure I'm looking in the right place and making sure it looks good. Camera's there, OBS there. I gotta make sure about that. So, that's not the point of this video. I was realizing that I'm not doing a whole lot of sports content anymore. Or at least like it's been kind of dying down. Outside of the NASCAR stuff, again, we do the Talking NASCAR podcast every Friday at 3 o'clock with Hitmaster YT and Jackson. So stay tuned for those. But I realized that I haven't been doing a lot of other content, like the NFL has been starting up. I wasn't really talking that much about that. College football is starting up. I didn't vlog college football games this year. I still might vlog in a couple weeks that football game for MSU, but I have not. But seeing I'm not going to the homecoming parade because I have to work, I'm probably not gonna vlog it because I was gonna do the homecoming parade and the game. But I might just do the game. Might just film some short. I still trying to film some shorts, but nothing's really short worthy so far in that regard. But you know, what are you gonna do? So then that's kind of stuff. And then Tigers is ending. I might do a video talking about Tigers, but probably not. I don't really have a good. Well, there's topics I could talk about, but not nothing that's like that I really want to talk about. But there is one thing I guess that came to my mind last night that I wanted to talk about, and that is Amazon Prime on Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime. Yeah, that's a new thing for this year. I should have probably done a big reaction to this when it happened, but I actually, for the first time this year, actually got the opportunity to watch a game on Amazon Prime TV because we have an Amazon Prime subscription, and you get Prime TV included with that. So we had it already. So we were able to watch the Bengals-Dolphins game this previous Thursday night. And now everybody's going to be telling that, and everybody not even going to care about the aspects of the actual game presentation. Everybody's just going to be talking about Tua's injury. I'm not going to talk about Tua's injury here. It's a pretty serious injury. Fuck the Dolphins for not addressing it sooner. Fuck you guys, but I don't know. But then I'm just going to talk about how I felt like it was presented. Because it's been a few weeks now. They've done, now this was their, not their fourth game. Or was it their fourth game? No, it was their third game. Because they didn't do one week 1. They did 1, 2, 3, and now we're in week 4. But how did I think it went? Honestly, streaming it to the TV, logging into the Amazon Prime TV through our smart TV, or you could log in through a computer and hook it up to the TV, or you could log in on a mobile device, stream it to the TV. If you do that, it's really not that much different than a TV broadcast. It really isn't. I think that's kind of the goal that they were going for, was to make it not so much like different, just on more available platforms. And trying to dive into this like streaming world that's kind of killing cable TV, which is what sports are usually on. In that regard, it's okay. It's not, the graphics necessarily aren't bad. The ads are not that much different. They're like every 2 seconds still, and they're pretty much the same stuff you find on TV. And, a few other things are pretty similar. I mean, they do a lot of Amazon Prime ads. I think 99% of the people who are watching the game probably already have Amazon Prime. So why are you're preaching to the choir here. Why are you putting target demographic already watching this? Advertise Prime TV on regular games, on actual TV. Don't do it here. That's a complaint that I was able to find. There's a couple things though that I noticed that were a little off. One was the crowd. One was the noise. One was like the sound pickup. Because really, it sounded very deafening. It was not. It sounded very deafening. It was very quiet. I should say. I don't know why I call it sound very deafening. But no, it was like quiet, especially the crowd noise. It was about 90% of the time this was the case, but like, it was on a third down play, or they were screaming after a touchdown, or a point scored, or whatever. And they were doing like chants for Tua when he got injured, and they were doing a few other things. It just didn't sound like it would if the game was on Fox or CBS or NBC or whatever else people, or ESPN or whatever people watch. Even ESPN would be better. That's sad. And then sometimes when like the quarterbacks were making their calls, it was also a little quiet. It just seemed like they put too much, they didn't put enough mics in that area of the stadium and put too many mics with the broadcast, with the actual like announcers and stuff. They didn't put enough for the crowd noise and stuff. And I'm sure they'll figure that out as the season goes on. But just something that I noticed was there. And then the other part was the broadcasters, the announcers, I should say. The sideline reporters were fine. Again, all they could talk about after Tua's injury was Tua's injury. The halftime show all they could talk about was Tua's injury. Everybody was pretty emotional on that regard, so they were kind of just like, oh yeah, and there's still football to be played. Oh. Nobody cares about football right now because Tua went to the hospital. Like, that's reasonable, right? So, it's kind of a little thing that I noticed there. And they had to, like, forcefully... Now, the two people they've got on this, I think it's called Chris Collinsworth is the guy. He does mainly college football primetime games on ABC and ESPN, but is now also the side guy for Thursday Night Football alongside Al Michaels. Why the fuck did you get Al Michaels to do this? How the fuck did you get Al Michaels to do this? Why would you subject a broadcasting legend like Al Michaels to Thursday Night Football in general, but let alone Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime TV? What? Makes absolutely no sense. And I can't really blame Al because he doesn't have a lot to work with. He's in a pretty bad situation, but I'm going to say he and Chris Collinsworth were not that good. Al just sounded like he did not want to be there at all, and he did not give a fuck about anything. Prior to both prior to his injury and after Tua's injury. Tua's injury had nothing to do with this portion of the video. It was all on just the fact. I don't know if it's the fact on Amazon Prime TV. I don't know if it's on the fact that the Bengals game. I don't know if it's Thursday Night Football. I don't know what Al's going off about, but it just seemed like he didn't care. Chris did. I mean, he didn't sound too much different than he usually does on college football broadcasts, and he's not that great there either, in my opinion. But so I guess Thursday Night Football is a good place for him, and that's what this is a good place. Amazon Prime TV is a good place for Thursday Night Football overall. A slugfest, boring ass shit show that nobody wants to see. At least we got somewhat of a decent game this week, but usually Thursday Night Football is not that. So, so my rating. Is it worth, if you're a diehard football fan, if you're like a media guy who has to watch all the games so that you can report on them the next day, be like a radio show or like a blog post or like your own YouTube channel, it's probably worth it to get it because you get the highlights through YouTube. They still upload the highlights on YouTube. The NFL themselves do that as well as other highlight channels, and then the NFL does the full replays the next day. That's still a thing, so it kind of deflates the purpose of having to pay for Amazon Prime TV if you don't really care about watching the entire game. But, if you have Amazon Prime, if you have Amazon Prime because you like to get the deliveries and stuff quicker, well, you get this included, and you can watch that and whatever else they've got going on Amazon Prime TV. So, is it any better than NFL Network or like Fox on NFL Network? No, I don't think this is any different. And I think some people are over criticizing it. I think nobody's really praising it, but a lot of people are hating on it. I don't think there's really a reason to hate on it because you have to pay for NFL Network anyways. So, and it was already on NFL Network 9 weeks out of the year anyways. So, hey, at least now Joe Buck isn't broadcasting it, right? Because he went over to ESPN. Another thing that I did not talk about. Maybe I should talk about Joe Buck on ESPN. I should have when it came out. Maybe I will. It's a little delayed now, but maybe I'll get around to it because I did watch his broadcast on Monday Night Football, the Giants-Cowboys game. That was awful, but it's true Buck and Aikman moment. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you've watched Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime TV, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below, what you think of it. If you watch it on not TV, what's it like? Is it different like watching it on mobile devices? Is it really different? Does it sound different? Whatever. And if you guys have any other good sport content ideas that I can do, I'd love to know your ideas. Comment section down below. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Yeah, bye.